Hello, you beautiful people. Welcome to the Dear Dad podcast. This is the place where we address dad dynamics and discuss personal experiences, stories, and poem submissions to help provide a platform for healing while simultaneously uplifting one another. Let's change the dad narrative all around. Let's go. Let's grow. Hello, you beautiful people. Thank you for joining me at Dear Dad podcast. My name is Bjimson Darius, aka BJ. And today I just wanted to talk to you guys about some particular stuff in my head, stuff that I went through and stuff that I experienced myself. It's for my sons, for myself, just about fear. So today's going to be about fears, more or less. And where it generated from a couple of things, but so today I just thought I'd just talk to you guys in referencing to some fears that I have, some stuff that I worry about per se due to some circumstances or, events that have occurred, whatever it may be, that I have experienced that I would just been on my mind that I felt like I wanted to share with you guys and see what you guys have to say about it. If you have any opinion, if you have any questions or comment about this particular topic, I want to see what your thoughts are. What you're going to say, what you want to say, what's on your mind. So I'm all for it. So if you guys have any thoughts referencing to these particular things that I am going to mention, feel free to just comment back on our social media page or just send me a email. So let me hop on this and we can get started. So fear. I do have a lot of fears. One particular, when I was younger, I had a big fear of elevators. I know this sounds weird, but I had a big fear of elevators. And it bothered me so much that I couldn't even get on the elevator to go up my apartment. I would take the stairs if I have to, and take the stairs up and take the stairs down, And that was when I was living with my mom, and that was 10 flights up. So I would go up the stairs. It wouldn't be a problem. The worst one would be elevators that have glass. Those used to kill me. There used to be a mall I used to go to in the city, in Manhattan, and in the mall it was an elevator that was, you can see the elevator goes up. When you're in it, you can see everything around you. You can even see the bottom of it. It was just, for me, for some reason, why I was afraid of elevators. I don't even know why. I don't know where it generated from. I don't know who I got it from. I just know I was afraid of elevators. And from that day on, I just didn't like to be on elevators. Whatever I need to do, if I go out and go into an apartment, I would just take the stairs. That's how bad it was. Until one day, I don't like anything taking control of me. That's one thing. I hate anything taking control of me where it frightened me to where I can't move, I can't say anything, I can't do anything. I just don't like that. So I just bite the bullet and trying to figure out a way out to deal with that. And, because I don't want that to cripple me, because that's what it was doing. So I found some way to deal with it. I think I was working at my first job, McDonald's, and we started to do a delivery process, and I was delivering food to people. The buildings that was around me were, big, tall buildings. They had 20 floors plus. So I think from that day on, I was just like, if I want to get over it, I'm going to have to find some way to get over it. So once I start delivering, I go in the elevator. It's still frightful, still fearful, and still annoying. But I found some way to deal with it, and I was able to deal with it, and I got over it. I still don't like elevators. I'm not going to be so fearful where I'm going to take the stairs or something like that. But I would take it if I have to. If I see that there's something wrong with it, I would just take the stairs. But that was my fear of elevators. I had also a fear, I have a fear of, we call it water bugs. I don't know what you guys call it. Just to describe it, it's not just little roaches. It's talking about just those ginormous big cockroaches, water bugs we call them. And it's those, I hate them. I don't like them. Whenever I see it, my skin crawls. They run fast. I hate the way they look. It just doesn't it doesn't do me justice. It doesn't do me well at all. It doesn't do me well. I hate water bugs. I hate when they fly. I hate the way it sounds when you step on them. Very bad. I think there was one in our apartment when I was in my mom's house. I had to put on boots. I had to put on a sweater, I think a hoodie, just to stomp on some water bugs, and it was just like, I was over it. So for that particular one, I still don't like it, But if I have to, I will. Like if my family's here, and I so happen to just like, I don't know, I see one, I'm gonna crush it. I'm less fearful when I have like my family around, because then I have to protect them. But if it's for me, I would just avoid it. I'm not going to. I don't want to. So this one is not so much of a fear. It's something that I just don't like. Right? I just don't like it, and it's practically pretty much close to a fear. But I can go over it. I can see it. I won't touch it, but if I see it, it won't bother me. If I see it in the street, it's not going to bother me. I can avoid it. But it was not as bad as an elevator. So that's one of the fears that I had when I was younger. I probably still have it now, I would say. But as things move on, I'm growing up. Before I even had a family, I think one of the fears that I had for myself was that I was fearful of actually not being able to have kids, or should I say, I was fearful of not being able to be a dad. And that's something that I always wanted, because I wanted to have the opportunity to, one, of course I want to have a family, but make a difference in someone's life. That's what I wanted. Like, I want to have the opportunity to just say, this is my child, this is of me, like this is 50% of me, like it's from me. And that's what I wanted to say. I also wanted to just have the opportunity to just have someone that I can pour love into besides my wife. Loving your wife, loving your girlfriend is different than having a kid. Loving them is completely different. Someone asked me before, not too long ago, like, how do you feel about your second child? I said, honestly, just feel like I'm falling in love all over again. Like, there is another chamber of my heart that's being filled up with love. And I always say, you cannot be a parent if you're not ready to love. You gotta love deeply. You gotta love strongly. You gotta love, and that's how I feel about my kids. So I was very, very fearful of not having a kid, not having a family. I was actually also fearful of growing old. Not just growing old. Growing old by myself. Right? Like no wife, no girlfriend by my side, and I'm just by myself. Now I see the value of being alone, but I love being married. But I was a fear of mine. Like I'm not going to have the opportunity to do that. I'm not going to have the opportunity to have a family, have a wife, have a child, have, multiple kids, whatever it is. I was fearful of that. And I was just fear of just like, not having that. And, it had a big impact on me. It cast a shadow over me for a while, because I was like, I know I have a lot of love to give. I know I have a lot of love to pour in. I just want to have the opportunity to just give that to someone. And that's someone I wanted to have, whether it was a girl, it was a boy. I just wanted to have a kid of my own where I can actually pour that into and to just get the opportunity. So when I have that opportunity, it's just like, I'm ready for it. So when my son was here, it was just like, you know what, it's go time. Let's go. My wife and I talked about it. She got pregnant, delivered, and it was just him and I for the first couple of days. We bonded, and I absolutely love that. So when I think back on the fear that I had about not having a family, not being a dad, not being able to provide, all that stuff, like it was fearful. That's a little bit when I was younger, before I got married. But now I'm married, and it's a different type of fear. But it grows. It grows. Fear changes as I change. It grows as I grow. As I get older, some things I just left behind, or some fears that I've wanted I left behind, because either it doesn't matter to me anymore, or I have outgrown it. Right. So as we know, even COVID right now was one of our fears, for me particularly, going outside and maybe catching COVID. I say that because I work from home and my wife is home as well. My son is home, so I didn't want to go out and be negligent and catch COVID and then bring it home, right? I didn't want that to happen. I was very, very fearful of that. I know a lot of people had to go through that, where you just fear. Yeah, fear that you might catch it, or you might catch it and not know it and bring it to your family. And maybe you see one of your grandparents, or your mom or your dad, and they have a weak immune system, and they catch that. The reason why I was more cautious is because my wife have a compromised immune system. She has celiacs, and I didn't want anything to happen to her because of me. So I just sat my butt inside, and that's the only reason why I would go outside is if I had to get some groceries or stuff that I had to run for. I had to run to get to go to the pharmacy, whatever it is, something that's gonna be quick, and go out and come back in. It was nothing about hanging out, go to the bars, to go to no lounge. I just cut that out, even though some of them were open and most of them were closed, but there are some people that were going out like that. So I particularly just took extra precaution. I wore the mask, and I practiced it as much as I could. I didn't go out, and I didn't do anything that was going to jeopardize myself or my family. So that's a very big fear, and I know a lot of people had that fear or still have it, because COVID is still here. COVID had put a lot of fear on a lot of people, because you can't go out. You don't know if you got it or not. You don't want, for you to transfer it to your grandparents, and then they die, and now they die because of you. Like, you don't want that, that kind of pressure on yourself. But that's what COVID has done for a lot of people, and especially for me. Like, I know I didn't want to expose myself and bring it home. And my wife as well, she goes out, she's very careful about it. She wears a mask. She doesn't go out unless she's needed to. But predominantly, most of the time, I'll be going out. If I need to go out, I just, again, be precautious, come home, wash my hands, and be as clean as I could. But just like I was saying before, stepping out of my house to go get some grocery shop, it was not only COVID, it's just a fear of not coming back. What does that mean? I go out, maybe I go grocery shopping, I go to get some gas for the car, or I just went out walking, or maybe I go running or something like that. I go to the gym, whatever it is, I go out and I don't come back, right? I'm not able to come back because whatever happens, a car crash, I crash into a car, whatever it is, or something that caused me not to be able to come home. And now my wife is worried about me. My wife is worried about me. My kids are worried about me, and they don't know where I'm at. And when they get the phone call, it's not good news. So that's a fear of mine, because I love to provide and I love to give. And for me, it's kind of like a fear, or it's kind of like a letdown if I'm not able to provide and know that my family's gonna be okay. So leaving my house and not being able to come back, not being able to do what I need to do as a dad, but definitely just like leaving them, I wouldn't say stranded, but just without me, right? Without me. And of course, leaving my house and not coming back home also just like goes along with, and I say about driving, is like getting pulled over by a cop, right? That's one of my fear. And it's weird how tense you can be when a cop pulls you over. As a matter of fact, how tense you can be when you see a cop pass by. Maybe some people won't experience that, for more maybe in the Caucasian side, won't feel that. Cop might drive past and they don't feel anything, but you can ask almost every colored individual, colored black, brown individual, whenever they see a cop car that's passed by, or you pass by them, you get a slight anxiety. I'm pretty sure your heart rate increases without you even knowing. Those are like a PTSD that you're experiencing that you don't even realize it. And it's happening every day, and I'm fearful of that. I'm also fearful of that because how many stories have you read, or stories have you seen that cop pulls somebody over for something basic and simple, and then they end up dead. They end up in handcuffs, and they end up being abused and beaten and all that stuff. Like, I don't want to have to go through that, and I want my family to go through that. So I'm fearful of that. Like, it happens every day whenever I go out. That's another reason why I'm afraid to just go out in my car too often, because again, I can get pulled over for anything. Let's say I forgot to put my signal on to turn, or when I make a right turn or left turn, or change lane, and then God forbid that minor incident can turn into something deadly, right? Because the officer is either trigger happy, or they thought they saw something, and now they start shooting because they are fearful of their life, right? Quote unquote. But it's hard, right? It's hard, and I'm driving in the car with my family, and a cop car pass by, or I pass by a cop car, I get anxious. I get anxiety because I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if they saw me, if they didn't see me, or is the color of my car a problem? How big my car is a problem. What would they have to see for them to actually pull me over? And that's not something that I want. So I try and be precautious as much as I could. So I try and be as much cautious as I could to not get pulled over. But most of the time, sometimes it's not even your fault, or you don't even realize it. Maybe it's a routine stop, whatever it is. Maybe it's the end of the month and they gotta meet their quotas, so they want to give you a ticket, and that ticket turned into something deadly. So I'm fearful of that. I'm very, very, very fearful of like getting pulled over by cops. I'm pretty sure almost every black and brown individual are going through that still, not knowing if they are going to come back home, not knowing if this random stop that they got pulled over for, if that's going to be the last time, or they're going to see the kids when they get home, right? That's what we fear. That's what I fear. So I try to be as cautious as I can, so I won't try to alert the cops, the authorities, because again, I can call them to my house for my protection, and I end up being the one that gets shot, right? How many stories have you read because of that? You know, people call the cops because their son or daughter is autistic or on the spectrum, and they come. The first thing they do is pull out their gun and shoot, right? How many stories have you heard of that? How many stories have you heard about that? It's scary. It's very, very scary. But you know, these fears that I have there's a reason for it. Some of them sound silly, and all of them is actually very serious, and some of them are still here. They're still present. But just knowing what to do at the exact time, especially, you know, during COVID, you can't go out, you can't talk, you know, you minimize yourself to do certain things, and now you have to worry about if you go outside, you might get pulled over and not come back home. Like, that's a fear. Like, it's hard to not feel that whenever a cop passed by, or I passed by a cop. That's how it hurt me, because I'm like, what can I do? What did I do? I don't want to do anything. I don't want to draw their attention, because I don't want something to happen to me and I don't come back home, or I don't want something to happen to me in front of my family. I don't want anything to happen to my family while I'm around, and I can't do nothing about it, because if I do, I may get shot. Because again, quote unquote, the cop felt happy. I'm sorry, because the cop felt threatened because they thought I had a gun. They thought that they saw something black. They thought they saw something that was life threatening. Right? That's just that's my opinion about it. But that's my fear. I fear that, and I don't know how to bypass that, and I don't know if that's something I can bypass. This is something that's been inherited for and our genetic code, to be fearful of police officers, because when we call, sometimes we're the one that gets shot. Our kids are the one that get shot, right? Even talking about our kids, right? Just let me give you an illustration. So talk about kids. I'm afraid my son getting into some kind of trouble, and he doesn't come home, or he gets shot, or he gets stabbed, or whatever, anything that has to do with my son, I'm fearful about. So what happened was, I was in the park, and I took my son to the sprinklers, and I'm over here, he's over here running, and he's trying to not to get wet, and at the same time trying to get wet. So running back and forth, and sometimes he bump into a kid, and then sometimes he run to me, and then he comes back. He goes back to the sprinklers, because ideally whenever he goes to the sprinklers, you ask me to go in the sprinklers with him, so I can throw him in the water, or put the sprinklers water on him, like whatever it is that he want me to be involved, or sit under the sprinklers so the water could pour on us. Like, he likes that. So this one particular day, I was not in the water with him, and I was sitting down, and I started to wonder, and I started to just like drift off, and I was just looking at my son, just happy-go-lucky and innocent, and just looking at him, just enjoying himself and being who he wants to be. He doesn't have any fear of anything besides, whatever kid's fear that he has, maybe part of his shadow. But, just being a kid, just enjoying himself, just having fun that day. It's a nice sunny day outside. Kids are running around, parents are sitting back, and the kids are enjoying themselves. And I watch my son, and he comes to me hard, and I'm thinking about, what would my son have to do at age 3 years old for him to become a threat to someone? My son is brown skin, enjoying himself and someone would feel threatened by him. I don't understand that. And that's what actually really just like started hitting me. I'm just like, I don't even know why I was thinking about that. It just hit me. I'm just like, because you hear the stories, all right? You hear the stories all the time. Like Tamir Rice, like, a kid who's playing with a toy gun. As soon as the cop came, within seconds, he was shot. He was shot, dead. That's it. A toy gun. Didn't ask any questions. Didn't try to tell him to put the gun down. And none of these things. He was shot. So I'm thinking, like, at what age my son will become a threat to you? Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 5? Is it 11? Is it 12? 15? 18? 20? Like, at what age does he become a threat to you? What age do you start questioning that he is an adult, that he doesn't deserve to live? At what age? Because of my son's skin color, I have to worry about that. He can't go certain places. He can't do certain things. Is that something I need to worry about? Shouldn't have to. I'm looking at my son play and having fun and enjoying himself and, running around and falling down and coming to daddy, give daddy a hug. And I look at him and I wonder, like, how is he a threat? How is he a threat? At 3 years old, how can he be a threat to you? He barely even knows life. But you see him as a threat. That seems to bother me because I don't know. Because he looks older than what he looks, so now he's an adult, so now you can approach him, either fight him, kick him, and shoot him because he looks like an adult, or he looks like he had a weapon in his hands. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I'm fearful of. But particularly especially now I'm a dad, those are the things that I'm fearful of. I'm fearful of not coming back home. That's my fear. But now the fear of my son not coming home because of somebody else's neglect or somebody else's viewpoint of him, that doesn't sit well with me. It hurts so much. I'm scared a lot. I just don't show it. But I feel like a lot of us go through this. Well, we don't know what our kids might do that might take their lives. We don't know. So we pray each and every day that they come home. We pray each and every day that they don't have to go through what we went through. We pray that they have a better day. But it's not always promised. My son is enjoying himself, is oblivious to any of these things that's going on, anything. He just know mommy, daddy, uncle, grandpa, grandma, aunties, right? Immediate families. But at what age is he going to be a threat to you? What age? So I just pause and I think and I overthink because I don't know what to do. The best thing I can do is educate him and tell him what things he should say and shouldn't say, what places he should go and shouldn't go, how to address certain topics of discussion, how some people might view him. It's scary. So what do you do as a dad? How do you train your child to come home safe? How do you teach them what to say to a police officer so they can come home safe? What to do and what not to do? It sounds silly. It sounds stupid. But yes, we have to educate our kids on how to behave, what to say when they're around police officers. I have to teach my son that. I was watching an episode, D.L. Hughley was talking about his son that has autistic, and I think he's on a high functioning level. And when he found out that his son was autistic, he was actually started to cry. And he wasn't crying because of what the son was diagnosed of. He was afraid that when his son meets a police officer, he may not know how to act. He may not know what to say. He may say the wrong thing and may not come home because he doesn't know what's going on. Because when you're in the spectrum, when you have Down syndrome, or when you have autism, there's certain things you don't realize. There's some certain things, there's some cues you don't pick up on. right? So one thing he was fearful of is like, how am I going to train my son to come home safe? He may not be able to come home safe because what he say and what he doesn't say might determine if he come home or not. But remember, most police officers are not trained to deal with those that have mental condition. So imagine if he get pulled over and not realizing why he getting pulled over, and he gets upset, and that can transform into something deadly. As dads, as fathers, we are fearful of that our sons and daughters may not come back home, that we may not come back home. This is the reality that we're living in right now. It's harsh. It's unfair. This is the reality that we're living in right now. It's scary. So I have a whole bunch of fears, but I thought I would present these things to you and see what kind of fears that you guys have as parents, as dads. What fears do you have for your future and present, for your kids and for yourself? Again, I probably have, plenty of other fears that I've had, but this one in particular, and the one that I mentioned, the last one of my son being innocent and playing in the playground and the sprinklers, he could possibly be a threat to someone, and they might take his life. So I worry about that. So I can be overprotective because of that. So I would do whatever I can do to protect my son, because I want him to come back home. I want to come back home. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's not an interview. It's not a conversation that I have with somebody else. It's something that was in my mind that I thought I wanted to bring forward to you guys. I hope that you guys enjoy it. I hope that you guys got something from it. If you have any other fears that you think I should mention, or you think we should mention, or I should talk about in this podcast, again, email me at deardadpodcast@gmail.com. I'm on the Instagram at Dear Dad Podcast. We on Facebook at Dear Dad Podcast. So just hit us up, send us a message. Topic of discussions, we are for anything. So I look forward to hearing from you guys. So this season is a little bit more personal, intimate, I would say. Me talking to you guys, and the conversation being more open. I am potentially having a co-host. Looking forward to that. So pretty soon, hopefully soon, you guys won't hear only just my voice. You might hear somebody else's voice. So if you stay tuned and tune into the next few episodes, you might hear actually someone that I've been talking about a couple of times in this podcast, and potentially might be a co-host of mine. So this is just a little nugget that I'm dropping for you guys. Just hopefully you guys will come back and listen and leave comments. So that's pretty much it, guys. So this is pretty much it. I just thought I'd bring some topic of discussion, fears that I've had, that I do have, that I'm going through, that I thought I can share with you guys. So give me your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if it's something that, again, that I can bring up, or other topic of discussion that you thought I can bring up. So I have more guests coming up and future co-hosts potentially in the future. So I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. I will catch you guys in a few. Bye. For more Dear Dad podcasts, visit Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. Make sure you check Dear Dad Podcast on your favorite Instagram social media platform at Dear Dad Podcast. Catch you later.